Hello team, how's it going? Welcome back to another Owen Does F1 race review, this time for the Canadian Grand Prix in 2023. Now, the race itself was quite good, but it wasn't amazing, but qualifying was very interesting as we had lots of changing conditions. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first up we had qualifying, and there was lots of traffic and the stewards were definitely busy after the session. Gasly was not happy with Sainz, saying he should be banned. He was on a good lap that looked like he could have got out of Q1. Otmar Szafnauer said they expected him to be about 7th in Q1, but he ended up going out, not able to get his last lap in. Then in Q2, so Alex Albon just forgot he wasn't in the Red Bull anymore and went purple everywhere. There's the picture of the track dominance graphic they put up. Usually it's Verstappen versus Alonso, and it was very strange to see it be Albon versus Verstappen. But Q2 ended up being all about the tyres, with Leclerc, Perez and Stroll all going out, and Leclerc was not happy after he asked for dry tyres and was left on the inters. Then in Q3 we saw Piastri's crash end it early, only getting 1 or 2 laps in, but Hulkenberg finishing in second, and that was a great result for him, even after he got his penalty for the infringement on the red flag procedure. I'm not too sure what it was, because if you watch the replay, the red flag comes out just after he crosses his line, but I can only assume there's a bit of a delay between when the red flag actually comes out on track and it updating on the telly. So the red flag must have come out just as he was heading down that main straight, and he just decided to finish the lap rather than slamming on the brakes before he hit the finish line. Moving on to the race, we had another win for Max, although not as easy as his previous wins. We saw Alonso and his engineers after the race talking about having an issue. Maybe he could have challenged Max if that car was 100% alright. But I also want to say congratulations to Red Bull, because they got their 100th win in the sport. So that's a really good achievement for them, and which not many other teams have managed. We saw one I've not seen before, Lando Norris getting a penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct, which was because he backed up the field under the safety car. He had Piastri in front of him, slowed down to back everyone behind him up so that McLaren had time to get a double stack in without losing positions. And Ferrari got a decent result after the drivers both overruled the team and saved the strategy. The time that they decided to ignore what the team wanted them to do, and it worked out very well, so hopefully the drivers can do more of that. And we also saw George Russell hitting the wall. As a George fan, I did not enjoy that. It was a really bad incident for him. There wasn't any other cars around him. He did recover quite well, and he looked like he was still on for a decent result until he had to retire later on. I think people were talking about it not being an issue, not being related to the crash. It was just brake wear, but I imagine that was brought on by the issues caused by that crash. So bad day in the office for George. So next up is my driver ratings. Again, I don't think this was too difficult of one to do. So Alex Albon, what a race he had, picking up his best result to date in the Williams. Lots of points for that team. On the flip side, I put Sargent in the NA after his car broke down after 6 laps. It didn't look like there was anything he could have done about that. And like I said, a really bad day for George. But let me know in the comments if there's any of these that you really disagree about, and we can debate it out. Okay guys, that's all from me this week. We're heading to Austria this weekend, and it's a sprint weekend, don't forget. So we're going to have the same 2 qualifying sessions and 2 races. I'm looking forward to it, and I'll see you all in that video.